Today we are diving into the world of online political discourse and taking a closer look at two of the biggest names in the game, Destiny and Vaush. Destiny had some interesting thoughts about Vaush reasoning for not appearing on prominent podcasts anymore.
Vaush stuff went about Cloud. It was, I don't want to leave my house because I'm autistic. Well, that's why he wouldn't travel for debates. I can't believe he actually gave this. I can't believe he actually gave this as a reason.
And I have to fly out. Dude, what is with this trend right now of everyone doing this podcast setup where they have the mics under their faces? I hate this. We developed the technology to talk over the computer instantly, and you're going to make me shell out thousands of dollars for travel and accommodations, or you'll pay for it. It's a work expense, write it off. I hate flying. I hate flying so much, man. With respect, somebody in your profession should enjoy travel, lol. Why? I'm a live streamer. This is literally the least grass-touching profession on Earth. This is the most I'm not leaving my desk profession on Earth. Why would I, oh yeah, dude, instead of having a call that lasts 2 hours, instead, why don't you book out 3 days for travel so you can, why? So they can keep their cutesy podcast days? Oh my God. Why are you so lazy? It's not a laziness thing, man. Travel makes me queasy. It makes me sick. I feel like depressive the entire week after I hate travel. I've always hated travel. I've always been like that. And then I get into live streaming and it's like, woo, okay, finally I can do it. Most jobs don't require you to travel, you know. I'm not like a business consultant. Why? Literally autism. Doing stuff in the world makes you depressed. Are you? You're not doing stuff in the world. You're taking, rather than having a 2-hour call on your computer, you're taking 3 or 2 days to travel. That means going to the airport really early. That means dealing with the airline. That means getting on the plane, getting off, everything, travel, sick, potential for COVID. I now have to sleep in a different bed. I now have to eat different food that I like eating. And like, you guys do actually know I'm autistic, right? You realize it's an actual thing and not just you realize the fact that I can talk well to an audience right now doesn't change the fact that the autism's a real thing and not a meme diagnosis, right? And then I have to use entirely different accommodations to drive over to some compound where a bunch of people will can watch over me as I have a conversation that is exactly the same content-wise as it would have been if I'd done it online. And then I have to go back, and that means that I lose out in stream time, and it means that I'm not comfortable the entire time. It's like, it's so unnecessary, and it's also they can keep their podcast mic aesthetic. And this is, by the way, this has only been coming back up in the past, like, year and a half. Apart from Tim Pool, I remember a couple of years ago, everybody just had online appointments, and it wasn't just COVID. Even before March 2020 or whatever, people would just call in because it's normal. Like, that's what you do. Not to mention, man, like I'm going to perform way worse in a conversation if I have to fly over there because I'm like uncomfortable the entire time beforehand. I feel like Vaush is just arguing with kids who think flying and traveling is cool and don't understand the mental/physical tax it takes.
Can you guys give me some credit? Where's my credit? You know how mentally and physically taxing it is for me to fly places? I feel like you guys don't give me any credit for that. I have autism, probably, okay? Where's my credit? You guys.
Yeah, like traveling for vacation or to see my family is fine because I'm going to see my family. Not like, oh, now let's like upend a day and a half of like discomfort and frustration and expenditures to both ends of a 2-hour talk. People assume you'd like it because you can afford first class. I don't take first class. Are you crazy? I don't know. You're kind of exaggerating. I mean, I'm talking about like my mental state. So, I mean, I can't be exaggerating. Based business class. I fly economy. I take the cheapest seats that I can.
Please consider banning my Bitly brothers.
I like traveling.
Hi, Chad. I hope you're having a nice day.
I don't like traveling
White people are happy.
if it's an unnecessary set of bookends around a conversation I could just have over my computer. Autism affects people differently. What in particular about flying makes it difficult for you? Man, I guess I just kind of assumed a lot of this would be intuitive to you guys. I didn't realize that I didn't realize flying was so much fun for everyone. I didn't consider the fact that it interferes with streaming. That actually is a big difference between you and a media talking head who jumps between news networks. I mean,
how often does he even stream? I feel like this guy streams like 3 times a week. Am I wrong? Oh, he doesn't auto save his streams. Whatever. Okay. Okay, how do we get so off track? Guys, stop! What's wrong with what he's saying here, though? It just sucks that all of our, like, leading lefties online are like, I have autism, I can't do anything. I don't know.
YouTube chat respects your effort.
In the world of online political discourse, few figures are as prominent and influential as Destiny and Vaush. Both are known for their sharp wit, analytical prowess, and ability to engage with a wide range of topics. However, despite their similarities, these two titans of debate have had their fair share of disagreements. One such disagreement revolves around Vaush's reluctance to participate in podcast appearances that require in-person attendance, citing his dislike for traveling and the challenges he faces as a person on the spectrum. Vaush has been open about his struggles with traveling, particularly flying, which he attributes to his autism spectrum disorder. He has expressed that the sensory overload and social demands of traveling can be overwhelming and exhausting for him, making it difficult to participate in events that require physical presence. Destiny, on the other hand, has been critical of Vaush's stance on this issue. In a reaction video, Destiny roasted Vaush for what he perceives as laziness and an unwillingness to push through personal discomfort for the sake of professional growth and audience engagement. Destiny argued that Vaush's reluctance to travel is holding him back from tapping into different niches and expanding his audience. He cited his own continuous traveling to various speaking events as a key factor in his success and growth as a content creator and political commentator. In his critique, Destiny questioned the extent to which being on the autism spectrum truly affects Vaush's ability to travel. He implied that Vaush might be using his diagnosis as an excuse to avoid the challenges and discomforts associated with traveling and in-person appearances. While it is true that Destiny's willingness to travel has contributed to his success, it is important to recognize that individuals on the autism spectrum can experience genuine difficulties when it comes to traveling. Sensory sensitivities, social anxiety, and the need for routine can make traveling a daunting prospect for many people with autism. However, Destiny's roast also raises the question of whether personal challenges should be allowed to limit one's professional growth. In the competitive world of online political commentary, it is crucial to seize opportunities to engage with new audiences and expand one's reach. Destiny's criticism of Vaush also highlights the importance of understanding and accommodating neurodiversity in the professional sphere. While it is easy to dismiss Vaush's concerns as laziness, it is essential to consider the unique challenges faced by individuals on the autism spectrum and how these challenges can impact their professional lives. In response to Destiny's roast, Vaush could argue that his online presence and the content he produces are more than sufficient to engage with a diverse audience. He might also point out that there are alternative ways to participate in podcasts and events without physically attending, such as remote appearances via video call. Despite the heated nature of Destiny's roast, it is important to remember that both Destiny and Vaush share a common goal: to engage in meaningful political discourse and educate their audiences on a wide range of topics. While their methods and approaches may differ, their passion for debate and discussion is undeniable. Ultimately, the disagreement between Destiny and Vaush serves as a reminder of the complexities of navigating professional life as a content creator, particularly for those with unique challenges such as autism spectrum disorder. It is crucial to strike a balance between personal well-being and professional growth, and to recognize that what works for one individual may not work for another. In conclusion, Destiny's roast of Vaush for avoiding in-person podcast appearances highlights the ongoing debate surrounding the role of personal challenges in professional growth. While it is important to push oneself to seize opportunities and expand one's audience, it is equally important to acknowledge and accommodate the unique needs and challenges faced by individuals on the autism spectrum. As the world of online political discourse continues to evolve, it is essential for content creators like Destiny and Vaush to find ways to engage with their audiences while also prioritizing their well-being and mental health.